my soul is tormented by a succubus. Calling sis, pencil dripping from the way I spit. Fell in love.
So we finally got the Black Clover anime up and running after this coronavirus chaos that took place in the anime community over the production of like every show ever created. But episode 133 has released after a very long wait, and the English dub of Black Clover actually began to release episodes a little bit before the Japanese. But of course the English dub is much more behind now, and the actors actually recorded their audio for their characters from their own homes instead of being in the recording booth in the studio over at Funimation. As of right now in the anime, we are currently in the same arc as we were before, but eventually we will get to the point where the story of the manga and the story of the anime are pretty much side by side. Now previously we did get news on what exactly they were going to do to prevent that, because we all know what happens when a studio doesn't do something to stop the anime from catching up to the manga. You get what happened in Dragon Ball Z during the Goku vs Frieza fight. They just stretch out something until they finally have something new from the manga to adapt. And although having a super long fight and a bunch of episodes to make up that fight would be pretty cool, we also could have gotten a ton of filler episodes, which would have ultimately put Black Clover in the spot that the Boruto anime was in, where the show just felt completely comprised of filler for about a year and a half. Now there seems to be some misinformation being spread around, so I just wanted to clarify what was announced to be happening, and that is not filler. People are saying we are going to get a filler arc. No, we are not. That is not true. You see, there are different types of episodes when it comes to canon in anime. There is filler, which is basically made of stuff not in the manga and usually just side stories with little importance. There is manga canon, which is the exact opposite. That is made up of things from the manga. And then there are episodes mixed with both canon and filler. And finally, we have what is called anime canon. What anime canon is an episode or episodes made up of content not in the manga, but still not filler. And even though this isn't in the manga, it may be referenced at some point in the manga because it is still canon to the actual story. Although sometimes the anime studio will decide to have the anime take place in an entirely different continuity than the manga, like how the Dragon Ball series has been, but for Black Clover it isn't really that complicated. They exist pretty much in the same continuity. The manga hinted at the characters of the series going off to train for 6 months, and after that the story just skipped to 6 months into the future and continued from there and gave Asta a new outfit where he shows off his muscles. So we actually never got to see what they were hinting towards. But the anime will basically fill in this 6-month gap and actually provide us the story, but the arc will go on longer than what you would expect from hearing training arc. This is to make sure that the manga gets further ahead into the story. That way the anime has much more to adapt after that arc. However, the author is in fact aiding the development of the story, since this arc is canon and not filler. There are many times where an arc can be canon and the author just says just make something good, but in this case he's like, no, I'm going to be involved. We've seen this with the 2 My Hero Academia movies, which are in fact canon, which some people seem to not know about. They are canon to those stories, and with both of those movies the author of the manga was involved in the story's production. That is what is happening with Black Clover, but instead of a movie we're getting an arc. This arc is expected to begin during Black Clover Season 4, and Season 4 should be out around November of 2020, but it's not like we get any break between the seasons anyway. But I want to thank you guys for watching today's video, and I would appreciate it if you left a like before you go. My name's Konjik, and I'll talk to you in the next video.